Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I am Steve Shaw. This is the channel that actually lifts. Do you even lift, bro? Yes, I do even lift. In this video, I'm going to talk about amino acid spiking. This is a topic that has been addressed in the industry before, but I wanted to give you a heads up as an insider. It's a topic that is about to blow up again. There have been several lawsuits filed about amino acid spiking, and there are many more coming down the pipe. So I want to give you a heads up about that, and I want to talk about amino acid spiking in general. Now, for those of you unaware, amino acid spiking is the addition of things like glutamine, taurine, and even creatine into a protein powder to make it look like it has as many grams per scoop as a quality protein powder. Now, what these companies are doing is they're adding additional glutamine, they're adding additional taurine, they're even adding things like creatine into the protein powder. So while it will still look like it has 22, 23, 24, 25 grams per scoop of quality, real whey protein powder concentrate or whatever, or calcium, it actually has less. Maybe in some cases 8 grams per scoop less, in some cases 5 grams per scoop less. The value will differ, be different depending on the company that is spiking the protein powder, but this is what they're doing. Now, the reason why they're doing this is simple. Back in 2009, the protein powder industry was rocking. Excuse me. It was rolling along strong. Whey prices were rather cheap. And then Gatorade got into the industry, and they started putting out things like recovery drinks and protein bars, etc. And they bought huge quantities of raw whey. So Gatorade got in the industry and started buying huge quantities of raw whey. Also, if you combine that with the fact that the Chinese started buying up a lot of the cheap, the lower end whey for things like baby formula and whatever, it started to drive a price increase for raw whey internationally, both in the United States and internationally. I believe that the cost of raw whey went up somewhere near 450% between 2009 and January of 2014. So, just the cost of raw whey went up about 450% in about 5 years. So what this did was this impacted a lot of the supplement companies. They were losing their margins on their whey protein powder, and they needed a way, pun intended, to get some profit back into their protein powders. So what they did, what some of these guys started doing, not all of them, there are still quality companies that don't do this, there are many quality companies that don't do this, but some of the companies started spiking their whey powders with glutamine, with taurine, and with even creatine. The reason why they did this is because these raw powders are extremely cheap compared to raw whey. So they could put these amino acids and creatine in the protein powder, make it look like you're getting a quality product, make it look like you're getting Whole Foods protein, when in actuality they're saving themselves money. They're saving themselves money and they're increasing their margin on their protein powder. So they're profiting, they're giving you a lower quality product, and you have no idea. Now, how can they do this? Well, when quality control tests are done, these amino acids appear to be protein, okay? It shows up as nitrogen. It fools the test, the QOA test or whatever they're called, and it looks from a quality standpoint like you're getting real protein. So they're able to show it on the labels, but in actuality, it's not 100% legit. Now, creatine is probably the most controversial of all these ingredients, because I believe 1 gram of creatine will show up on quality control tests as somewhere around 1.43. My number might be a little off. But 1 gram of creatine might show up as 1.43 grams of protein when you're doing a quality control test. So you can actually put more creatine into a protein powder and have it look like even more protein powder. So the bottom line is that there are companies out there doing this that are spiking your protein powder. They're doing it to make a profit. They're driving the quality down, and they're giving you less effective, lower quality protein powder. When you are training hard, you want something that's legit. You don't want all this filler. There's nothing inherently dangerous about glutamine. There's nothing inherently dangerous about taurine or creatine. They're all perfectly fine supplements in their own right, but they are not whey protein powder, which is what you're paying for, and they are not going to benefit you as much with regards to recovery, with regards to reaching your daily protein intake goals, so on and so forth. So, if you see a protein powder that contains creatine on the label, you should avoid it. It's just a general rule. If it says creatine on the label, avoid it. There's really no good reason to put creatine into a whey protein powder. Not all companies that do that are trying to fool you. Back in the day, there were powders that tried to combine creatine and whey and double up, but as a rule, you want to avoid any powder with creatine in it. And you also want to read the label closely, do your research as far as glutamine and taurine. There are some articles on the net on amino acid spiking. I would Google amino acid spiking, glutamine and taurine. You can find some information on labeling and to help equip yourself with what protein powders might be spiking, what might be partaking in amino acid spiking. Now, I recommend sticking with a protein powder from something like Machine Whey. You can see Machine over here in the background. I support Machine products because I trust the quality that Mark Lobliner puts out. And Machine Whey is one that is not spiked. Protein powders like that are ones you want to trust. That's available at tigerfitness.com. So if you want to know which powders to support and which to avoid, I would start with a powder like that. You can do your research on the internet to find out which powders are legit. But guys, I want to reiterate that this is not a subject that's going to die. It's a subject that's going to get more heated. There are lawsuits being filed as I speak, and this is inside information, but I know there are going to be more and more and more lawsuits and more fallout with regards to amino acid spiking. So these companies are basically putting out a lower quality product, not giving you what you're expecting that you're getting, and they're doing it just so they can increase their margins. So guys, I hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, guys, there's a Q&A link below. Come on over, post your questions. I answer every question posted in that Q&A. And if you've made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I would appreciate the support. That's protein powder that's not spiked with amino acids. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.